Sunderland AFC, 6 league titles, FA Cup winners, and a club with one of the biggest fan bases in English football. But after years of heartbreak, relegation, false dawns, the Stadium of Light has been waiting for a team worthy of its name. Today, that changes. 5 years, one rebuild, one mission. Can we take Sunderland from sleeping giant to a Premier League powerhouse? This is a 5-year plan. Hello, welcome back to the 5-year plan. We are rebuilding Sunderland using the winter update, the 2025 winter update of Championship Manager 0102. We chose Sunderland because they're just a massive club, aren't they? They really are, and I love the Netflix documentary Sunderland Till I Die. I think it's brilliant. The fans are fantastic. It's a passionate place. They're all about their club, and I like a bit of that. The board are expecting us to steer clear of relegation. They're obviously newly promoted to the Premier League. And, you know, they've got... It's an interesting squad, I'd say. They've got quite a few lads that have kind of spent a lot of time at the club in the championships and even lower. Some lads that have come through the youth, and they've got that mixed in with the likes of Granit Xhaka, Dan Ballard, who I'm a big fan of, Brian Brobby. It's a good starting point for us, I feel. We are going to go and make some transfers. We have got 10.25 million to spend. How much of that I'll be able to spend before the season starts, I don't know, but I'm going to go and find out. Okay, starting with players leaving the club. We actually brought in another £5.25 million through the likes of Abdullah Bar leaving. He went to Rangers. Dennis Kirkin went to LA for 1.4 million. Leo Helger went to Norwich for 1.1 million. Harrison Jones to Blackpool for 100 grand. Jay Matete went to Watford for 950 grand, and Joe Anderson went to Cardiff for 300 grand. So we were able to spend a little bit of money, and we did that. And when I say a little bit, we spent £2 million. James Garner, though, came in from Everton for £1.6 million, and I was shocked when I saw this guy's price tag. We were looking for a midfielder, someone that could maybe play a holding role, and I think we found the perfect one. He's English, he's 24 years old, so he's got plenty of life left in him, and I think he could be a bit of a mainstay of this Sunderland team. And joining him was Diego Carlos from Fenerbahce, the former Aston Villa defender. He has come in for, 350 grand, 32 years old. He's got a lot of experience, a good technical ability for a centre-back. He can move as well. I like him. I like him a lot. I didn't mind him when he was at Villa. I think he is going to be a cracking addition to this squad. Tactics-wise for this season, we are going to go with the beard ball 4-3-3. We do have the wingers pushing up to support the strikers. We've got the three in midfield with a holding position that I think Garner's probably going to take, and it's a flat back four. In terms of the instructions, we're playing attacking, short passing, hard tackling. We're going to press. We're going to play with an offside trap, and then we are no for counter and men behind the ball. So that's how I see us lining up. I'm hoping that can bring some success like it has done in previous episodes of the 5-year plan. But let's get our season kicked off, and let's come back at the end of the season and see how we've done. So season 1 has ended, and we have finished a very, very respectable 8th position in the league, 62 points on the board, which was actually only 3 behind Liverpool, who finished in 5th. So very, very good season. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, to get us into Europe. We were in the European spots for a long, long time, and we kind of had a little bit of a drop off that last sort of week or so of the season. That knocked us out of the European spots. I mean, we were 5th. We were up to 4th for a long time mid-season. So yeah, I don't think we can be too disheartened by how this season has gone. Let's have a little look we'll look at the cups first, shall we? I'm not seeing any FA Cup final or League Cup final there. The furthest we got was a replay in the third round against Brighton, where we lost in the FA Cup, and the fourth round against City in the League Cup, where we only lost 2-1, to be fair. Granit Xhaka getting himself on the score sheet there, Calvin Phillips, and of course Erling Haaland. Who else? That was all the league. That was all the cup action. You could see we had 1, 2, 3, 4 1-all draws in the end, and then 2 defeats to end the season. That is why we dropped out of the European spots. We maybe need to have a good transfer window to address that. But let's see how the boys in the squads got on. Let's look at goals first of all. Simon Adingra, 14 goals in 33. He really carried us by the looks of it. Good average rating and a couple of assists as well. Brian Brobby got 9. I was kind of expecting a little bit more from him because he's got the pace and he's got the finishing to be a real threat in the Premier League. Granit Xhaka was 6. Dan Neil with 5. He's actually going to be leaving the club on a free. We decided not to renew his contract. Another player that we brought in, I probably should have shown you him at the start, but I forgot to look at the future transfers tab. Tim Arogbunum. He came in from Everton for £3.1 million. Again, just to sort out our midfield. And he had a solid season by the looks of it. 20 games started, 4 goals, 2 assists, a couple of man of the matches. But yeah, he was a future transfer and he did decide to join. So he is a part of the squad as well. In terms of the assists, Granit Xhaka with 11 assists, Adingra with 3. We probably need to do a little bit of work attacking wise in our squad. I think we're not getting the goals and assists that we need to be a threat and to get ourselves into Europe. But average rating wise, Granit Xhaka's up there. James Garner, new signing, up there as well. Adingra's there. I do like Simon Adingra. I will say that. As a winger, he looks fantastic with a 20 for dribbling. He's got the 19 for crossing. He's got the 19 for pace and acceleration. He could be a star. Reynaldo did very, very well at left back. I think he is aging a little bit. The Mozambique international, 32 years old. Alderete did okay as well. Diego Carlos, new boy, got himself a 7.24 over the course of the season too. So, all in all, a decent first season. Let's go and see if the board are going to back me financially and if I can spend some money ahead of season 2. Okay, players leaving the club in the season 2 window. A couple of these are classed as last seasons, but what they have left since you've last seen us. AJ Elise went to Birmingham for 6.75 million. Zach Johnson went to Eastbourne. Alan Brown went to Charlton for 3.25k. This season, we brought in £14 million due to player sales. Ian Poveda went to Charlton for 1.2 million. Luke O'Nien went to Stoke for 1.1 million. Adil Anusi went to Aneke for 1.5 million. We had a load of players leave on a free. Dan Neil going to Crystal Palace is probably the most significant one of that. Anthony Patterson, the goalkeeper, went to Birmingham for £1.5 million. Mayenda, the striker, went to Club America for £4.1 million. Romain Mundell went to Birmingham for £1.2 million. Alderete, who had a decent season, went to Norwich for £2.8 million. And Jensen Selt went to Fleetwood for £475,000, meaning we brought in about £14 million. Did we spend it? We definitely did. We had a few players come in right at the back end of last season. Jorgen Strand Larsen being the first one from Wolves. I said we needed to strengthen in attack. I've seen this guy score goals during my other rebuild, so it was time for me to get him in. I think Wolves went down. They did go down, so we jumped on the opportunity to go and sign Strand Larsen. Big physical player, decent finisher. He should get goals for us. Trevor Chalobah came in from Chelsea for £2.8 million. Borna Souza came in from Palace, backup left back for £1.2 million. Totti came in from Wolves. We really did raid them. He came in for £1.3 million. James Ward-Prowse from West Ham for £1.6 million. If you watch my Roma rebuild, you'll know how much I love Sven Botman. He went from Newcastle to Wolves and then joined Sunderland for $950,000 after playing 20 games for Wolves last season. I love him. I think he's great. He's done so well for me in the past. I'm sure he's going to be a hit at Sunderland. Callum Hudson-Odoi came in from Forest, who didn't go down. They stayed up, but we also raided them. £3.4 million for him. Andre Santos, the Brazilian midfielder, came in from Chelsea for £4.7 million. And Nico Williams came in from Nottingham Forest for £3.4 million. Just a versatile defender, can play right back, can play left back. We'll check the future transfer tabs. We haven't got anything lined up. That's kind of how my squad is shaping up. We have decided, though, Chris Rigg, who didn't really get game time last season, has got a lot of potential. And Sunderland like their homegrown players. So we are going to lock in Chris Rigg on the right wing, cutting in onto his left and supporting the striker. I think he's got all the attributes to be able to do that. So I'm hoping for a big season from him. The assistant didn't want to play him. I decided to take matters into my own hands. Does that set us up for a successful season 2? Let's go and find out. So season 2 has come to an end, and it's an improvement. We've made it up from 8th spot all the way to 4th. We finished on 96 points, 4 points behind Manchester United, who are just above us, and only 2 points above Arsenal. So that must have gone right the way down to the wire, and it did. It did, didn't it? We kind of plateaued at 7th at around week 22, 24. And then we had a little bit of a steady rise, a little drop, a little wobble right towards the end. But we picked it back up and got ourselves 4th spot in the league. Fantastic. Really, really pleased with that. How do we get on in the Cups? Oh, we lost to City in the FA Cup semi-final. Knocked out Liverpool in the quarterfinals. Who scored? Issa Kabore. Issa Kabore scored for Man City. He looks a decent player as well. So, yeah, I mean, not bad. It was a good cup run. We didn't make it past the 4th round of the League Cup. Yeah, so no silverware still, but some improvement in the league. Let's have a look at how the players did. Goal scorers, Jorgen Strand-Larsen, new signing. He scored 22 in 44. Next up was Adingra, another good season from him. I think, did he get 14 last season? He did get 14. He's got 13 this season. But we'll take it from him. New boy, Hudson-Odoi getting 6 goals. Andre Santos getting 5. Ward-Prowse getting 5. So yeah, all in all, decent in terms of the goal scoring. I'd like to see a few more lads get into the double figures though. In terms of assist, Mordi Michele, who I don't know if I would have played him at right back. I probably would, looking at his crossing, and I mean, yeah, he's got himself 8 assists. So I'm guessing he has been playing at right back a lot. Ward-Prowse got 8 assists. Hudson-Odoi got 6. Adingra got 5. Chris Rigg, who we cemented into that right wing spot, hasn't really improved too much. Hasn't really improved too much at all. Did he get some injuries, maybe? Yeah, okay. So he did miss a few weeks here and there. Yeah, probably about a month of football in total, and that kind of is reflected in his 31 appearances, only 31. Average weighting wise, he wasn't great as well. But Sven Botman, I love this guy. What a player! On this save, on the Roma save, he was superb. On this save, I'm sure he's going to do the same. A bit. Is it controversial bringing in an ex-Newcastle player to Southampton? Maybe. Not many players would have done that, but he has. 7.66 was his average rating. Matthew Young, the backup goalkeeper's up there. Siddiqui, who we haven't mentioned yet, Congo international. Yeah, he is looking very good, to be fair. Didn't play as much football as he did last season, but a handy player to have around the squad. Chalaba's up there, 7.4 average rating. Borna Souza didn't play a lot of football, but got a decent average rating. Everyone's done okay. All the new boys seem to have done all right. Was there anyone struggling? Talby, Nico Williams didn't play hardly any football, really, which I am surprised by. And Brian Brobby has only started 2 games since the introduction of Strand-Larsen. Okay, All in all, it's a pretty decent second season. We've got Champions League football to prepare for. We better go and make some transfers and get ourselves ready. Okay, so another huge load of players have left the club. Bertrand Traore went to Preston for £625,000. Enzo Lethea went to Nice for £3.1 million. Lewis Semedo went to Portsmouth for £1.8 million. Brian Brobby, we decided to cash in on him when Ajax came knocking. £3.9 million. A couple of players left on a free, and Trey Hume went to Trabzonspor for £3.5 million, which meant that we could bring in some players. I think we brought in some decent players. Nico Gonzalez has come in from Manchester City, holding midfielder. He came in for £2.8 million. He just didn't really feature, which I think is really weird because he looks absolutely great. So we snapped him up. Of course we did. And then we brought in Christian Thorsvedt from Ajax, £1.2 million, Norwegian international. Just looks like a very, very handy central midfield player for me. Again, didn't really play a lot of football at Ajax last season. Featured more for Sassuolo before moving there for £1.1 million. So it's odd that they let him go so cheap, but they did, so we'll take it. Raul Bellanova, another versatile wing-back, can play right-back, can play left-back. Good going forward, decent defensively. Just a good option to have in the squad, really. David Brooks is another one who I think could be fairly versatile, can play in midfield, can play on the wing. 30 years old, so plenty of good experience in the Premier League. Yeah, I just really like him. I think he's going to be a good player for us, especially with the European and the Cup games coming up. And then probably our biggest signing, a bit of a statement signing for me, £8.75 million from Porto. Marcus Rashford, 29 years old. He went to Porto after his loan at Barcelona, and to be fair to him, he did all right. He got 13 goals in last season's campaign in 27 games and 8 assists. That was enough for me to pull the trigger and spend the most money that we have spent on a player so far as part of this rebuild. We don't have any future transfers lined up. The squad is really starting to take shape now. You can kind of see we focused a lot on the attacking areas. The defence as well has got a little bit of a boost. The midfield, maybe we could have done some more work on midfield. But with the likes of Gonzalez, Santos, Xhaka, Ward-Prowse is in there, James Garner's in there, I'm not too worried. And goalkeeper situation, I really like Robin Roos and what he's doing. He is just getting gradually better and better for us. 36 goals conceded in 45 last season. He is still only 24, so he's got a lot of development left as a goalkeeper. Right, we are going to be playing in Europe for the first time, Champions League. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Okay, we've had a little blip in the league. We went from 8th to 4th, then back down to 7th. So we're still in the European spots. We think we'll probably have to play either into Toto Cup or just go straight through to UEFA Cup. 69 points. So, I mean, in terms of points total, it's still fairly high. And we're not far off those European spots again. 5 off of Newcastle of all the teams. We've just been very up and down, very, very up and down. I think we might have struggled playing in the Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup and the league, which just probably goes to show that I could probably do with strengthening a little bit more. We drew a lot of games. We lost a fair amount of games. And, you know, without looking at the fixtures too much, you can kind of imagine that we dropped points in silly games. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from that. Let's see how we got on in cups. Yes, get in there. We got to the FA Cup final and we beat Arsenal 2-1. We have got silverware, Adingra and Marcus Rashford getting themselves onto the score sheet. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We have won the FA Cup. Martin Odegaard, Arsenal captain, got himself onto the score sheet for Arsenal, but we got silverware. That's good. That's what we want. Oh, I've just seen something as well. We'll come back to the Champions League. We were in the League Cup final as well. I got so excited about the FA Cup final, I completely missed this, and I don't know how we got on. We played Nottingham Forest. It was 1-1. Still doesn't give anything away. Adingra getting the goal for us. McAtee getting the goal for them. We won it. We've won 2 trophies. We won the League Cup as well as the FA Cup. What a season! So maybe we just focused on the cups and neglected the league a little bit. But I don't mind if you win them. I don't mind at all if you win them. And we won it well. What a way to win on penalties at Wembley. Okay, that's 2 cups. Is there any more? We were in the Champions League. We got knocked out in the Champions League in the quarterfinal to Dortmund. We knocked out Rangers before them, did we? Oh no, we were in the group stage with Union from Berlin. I'm thinking Union Berlin. From Belgium, we got Rangers and we got Bilbao. We got through that group. What was our first group? Real Madrid. Oh, okay. Real Madrid, Le Havre, and Genk. How did we get on against Real Madrid? We lost 2-0. Well, we only lost 1 game, so we must have beaten. We did. We beat them 4-2. Brooks, Strand Larson, and 2 from James Garner. Lovely. Okay. I mean, I said this season was a blip just looking at the league table. We've had a very, very good season. 2 bits of silverware. Goals-wise, Strand Larson, 32 goals. Rashford, 21. Adingra, 14. Gonzalez, 12. Rigg, 10. This is what I said. I wanted to get a few more lads. I think I said I wanted to get a few more lads getting the double figures, and we are. Assist-wise, Gonzalez has had an absolutely brilliant season. 65 games he's played, and he's got, 32 goal involvements? That's awesome from midfield. Adinga's up there for goals and assists with 8 assists. James Garner, first signing we made, and he is still in the squad. 6 assists. Rashford was 6. Chris Rigg was 6. Even Strand Larson, he scores as well as assists by the looks of it. Average rating wise, Nico Gonzalez, no surprises, top of that list with 20 assists. Chris Rigg's up there as well. He has started to improve, especially in his performances. Not so much in his attributes though, which is interesting. I wonder, we didn't lock him in for this season, so I wonder where he got played. David Brooks didn't play a lot of football. That's a bit of a surprise. Marcus Rashford did play a lot and did well. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. Yeah, we're going to be playing UEFA Cup then next season, but we're going to have the Community Shield as well. So we are going to have a few cups to go for, 2 of them which we need to try and defend. It's going to have to be a big window. Let's get down to it. Okay, players leaving the club. James Ward-Prowse went to Coventry for 750 grand. Nico Williams went to Coventry for £4 million. Remember, we signed him for 3.4. We've actually managed to turn a profit considering he hasn't actually played. So I don't mind that at all. Wilson Isidore went to Fulham on a free. We let a couple of other lads go for a free. Pembele to Luton. Borna Sosa went to Majbur for £1 million. Didn't really impress. Diego Carlos, our signing from the first season, left to go to Crewe. Habib Diarra went to River for £2.7 million. And we let Abdullahi and Granit Xhaka leave the club. Granit Xhaka, 35 years old. I think there's better options out there. I think I've got some better options in the squad. So we decided to let him go. Players in, brace yourselves. So we were given a little bit of money and we spent a lot. Mateus Nunes came in from Aston Villa, former Wolves man, former Man City man, can play in midfield, can play in defence. Really like him. I think I've signed him before on these rebuilds. Just a really good, solid player for us. We need a left back, Alvaro Carreras. Bit of a player, I'm not going to lie. He is fantastic going forward. He's great at the back. Didn't play too much for Real Madrid last season, despite being a start of the seasons before. So, yeah, it made sense. it made total sense for me to go and get him, and we signed him for £11 million right at the end of last season. Raheem Sterling came in from Wolves, 33 years old, but plenty of class, plenty of experience. We signed him for 600 grand. Martin Odegaard then came in on a free from Arsenal, still 29. His contract was up. Why not? It would have been rude not to. He's fantastic, isn't he? We're still going to play with the free. We're not playing with a 10, but he could slot into that any of those midfield roles, I think, very, very comfortably looking at him. Enzo Milot came in as well. He is more of a holding player. We brought him in on a free. He's been out in Saudi Arabia, where he's done okay the last few seasons. I don't know if he's a starter or whether or not he's just going to be back up to the likes of James Garner, but he has come in as well. Valentin Barco was the next player that came in. He can play left back, he can play in midfield. Very, very good, versatile player. Had a great season for Strasbourg, 7 assists and 6 goals last season. He was available. We got him in for £4.6 million. And then another big name on a free transfer, Kim Min Jae, has come in. And I mean, for me, he's got to go in as a starting centre-back, really. I think the assistant is going to love this guy. I think he's going to play him every week. He can move. He's quick. He's great in the air. He can tackle. He's strong. What's not to love about a big centre-back? So those are the players that we brought in. As you can see, we haven't locked in any players as part of this squad. As I say, we are playing Chelsea in the Charity Shield. I do believe we are in the UEFA Cup. We're just waiting for the draw to be made. But we are going to go and we are going to see how this squad, this much improved squad, gets on fighting in Europe and for domestic cups and titles. Well, we've bounced back really well from that 7th place finish. We finished second, but a long, long way behind Man City. We definitely improved. It's a definite improvement. We were kind of flirting with the top of the league right at the start. City were kind of nowhere near it until, week 22, if my eyes don't deceive me. And then they were top all the way since then. We kind of got ourselves into second for the last, 10 games of the season, and kept ourselves there. So all round, a very, very good performance in the league. How did we do in the many, many cups that we were playing in this season? We won the UEFA Cup. We beat Monaco in the UEFA Cup. Goals from Adingra. He always seems to score in the finals, by the way. Adingra and Marcus Rashford. Very, very good. We lost in the FA Cup final 2-0 to West Ham as well. Oh, no. Losing 2-0 to West Ham. We did have a man sent off. When was he sent off? 45 minutes. We was already 1-0 down by then. That's not good. I would have preferred a bit more. I'm not seeing a League Cup final. Not seeing the League Cup. We got to the League Cup quarterfinals where, it was a bizarre game. Another game where we were down to 10 and we lost 6-2. Haaland scoring 4. Ferran Torres has gone back. He got 1. Foden got 1. And Rashford and Odegaard got ours. Strand Larsen sent off in the 48th minute. Oh, it's no good, boys. It is no good. What else we got? What else have we got? We were in the Community Shield, weren't we? And we beat Chelsea 3-0 in the Community Shield. Rashford, Strand Larsen, Adingra. It's been another good season. 2 bits of silverware picked up and a 2nd place finish. So that's now League Cup, FA Cup, Charity Shield and UEFA Cup. We're still missing the big 2 and we've only got 1 season left to do it. Goals-wise, Strand Larsen got 25, Adingra got 19, Rashford 15, Odegaard 12, Sterling 41 games played and 11 goals. Don't mind that at all. And then you got the likes of Nunes, Barco, Gonzalez, all on 7s and 6s. In terms of assists, Carreras, fantastic season from him. 11 assists, Odegaard getting 10, Barco getting 9, Mukiele getting 8, Nunes 8. It's been a good all-round season. Alvaro Carreras has definitely been a standout for us at left back. Kim Min-jae's been brilliant at centre back as well. 58 games played, 7.59 average rating. Strand Larsen's just doing Strand Larsen things for us. James Garner is still playing. He is the one. I said, I think at the start, that when I signed him, I could see him being a part of this side for a long time, and I wasn't wrong, was I? Barco had a good debut season. Botman's up there as well. Lots and lots to be excited about this season. But like I say, we haven't won the Champions League. We haven't won the Premier League. We've only got one season left to do it. It's transfer time. So we decided to cash in on some players who, weren't getting the game time. Ronaldo went to Wickham, of all places, for £9,000. Irobunum went to West Brom for £2.1 million. Talby went to Philadelphia for £2 million. Thorsveld went to Peterborough for 1.7, and Arthur Masuaku left on a free transfer, which meant we had a little bit of money to spend. I think we spent big, is what I could say here. Bradley Barcola came in from PSG. Fantastic winger. We know that he is got bags of talent. We signed him for a lot of money, £12.75 million, on the back of a half-decent season. His numbers were better the previous seasons, but he did play less games, which is why he was available for a transfer. But Bradley Barcola has joined Sunderland, if you could believe that headline. Also joining him from PSG was João Neves. Just fantastic player, 24 years old. We had money to spend. I was running out of options for players that can actually come in and make a difference. So I just went, let's just spend it on one world-class player. And that is João Neves. He played 50 times for PSG last season. He has been doing absolutely brilliantly for them. I'm hoping he can do brilliant for us. I just like looking at this. Look at all those numbers in the teens. Hey, fantastic. So those are the lads that we have brought in. We're keeping the formation the same. We're not going to be nailing any players down to start. And this is what we are looking like. We've got great options up front now. Our midfield is absolutely stacked with talent. And then our defence looks rock solid as well. We've got versatile players in the squad with Bellanova and Nunes, for example, and Barco. I think this could be the season. We win the Champions League. We win the league. We complete it in season 5. That'd be the fairy tale. Let's see. Well, my prediction came true. And we didn't just win it. We won it in style by 9 points. We only lost 4 games. We were pretty much top the whole season. We've built a really, really good squad, haven't we? We've built a fantastic squad. We're 9 clear of Arsenal in second. Only lost 4 games. I mean, yeah, we've done very, very well. And why are we in the UEFA Cup? We finished second. Why are we in... Is this a glitch? Okay, let's deal with what we can see first of all. We can see that we've won the UEFA Cup. We've won the FA Cup. We've won the League Cup. And we've won the league. So that's 4 trophies so far. But I want to know why we're not in the Champions League. Let's go to the start of the season. We won the Super Cup. That's 5 trophies this season. We beat Sporting in the Super Cup. Marcus Rashford getting the goal. We're in the Champions League. Oh, we didn't qualify out of the Champions League first group. But we finished 3rd, which means I'm guessing we dropped into UEFA Cup. It does mean we dropped into UEFA Cup. Okay, right, that makes more sense. So this is the old Champions League format. So this season, won the league, won UEFA Cup, won the FA Cup, won the League Cup, and won the European Super Cup. That's back-to-back. Is that back-to-back UEFA Cups? It is. Right, Strand Larsen and Carreras got us 2 goals against Spurs. Harry Gray. Is that? I think that is Archie Gray's brother, isn't it? I think it is. He got their goal in a 2-1 win for us. It was 2-0 in the league, in the FA Cup final against Newcastle. Nico Gonzalez and Marcus Rashford getting themselves the goals that won us that one. League Cup final was Man City. It was Barcola. It was Strand Larsen. It was Rashford. It's such a good squad. We have built a superstar squad here. Absolutely brilliant. So, you know, we've won everything apart from the Champions League, which I can take that. You know, I can live with that. Odegaard, wow. 63 games played, 29 goals scored, 12 assists, 10 man of the matches. Marcus Rashford, 63 appearances in total, 26 goals. Strand Larsen, 21 goals. Bradley Barcola, what a season, 67 games, 16 goals, 21 assists. Nico Gonzalez had a bit of a blip last season in terms of his goals, but he's back up with 15 now. Adingra is on 9. João Neves is on 9. What a squad, by the way. What a brilliant squad. João Neves was top of the average rating with 8.04. That's the highest average rating we've seen. Odegaard, 7.75. Botman, 7.73. What a signing. Cheap as well. Bradley Barcola, 7.58. Yeah. Nobody's really had a bad season. Enzo Milot didn't play a lot, but nobody has had a bad season, really. Assist-wise, 21 for Barcola. Superb. Mukiele, he has been there since the beginning, and he has been a regular since the beginning and held his own. Fair play to him. Yeah, I can't wish for any more than that. I mean, what a fantastic rebuild this has been. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the 5-year plan. If you have enjoyed it, please do remember to like and subscribe. And if you like this sort of content, there's a playlist on my channel full of loads of rebuilds, as well as our playthrough seasons with Manchester United, Saving United series. It's up there as well. Until you see you guys again, take care.